Thank you so much for joining us for 9 News at Noon. I'm Erica Lopez. The CU Buffs are just 3 days from the first game of the season. Just over an hour ago, Coach Deion Sanders talked about his first season after losing several key players. With Deion's son Shador off to the NFL, the big question mark for the Buffs: who will be the new starting QB? Coach Prime has played coy all summer about whether it will be senior transfer Caden Salter or freshman Julian Lewis. Today, though, he finally revealed who is starting week 1.
Caden Salter's going to start. You guys knew that. I don't know why you tried to play like he was going to start. The kid has a ton of experience, dual threat. He can throw the heck out of the ball as well. He's the guy. He's the guy at this point. We're praying and we're hoping that you see some juju periodically through the game as well. We would like to get him some reps as well.
And there you have it. The Buffs start the season this Friday at home against Georgia Tech. Kickoff set for 6 o'clock at night. While some people may not care, there has been a bombshell in the world of pop culture. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, y'all, they are finally engaged. Taylor posted the big news with pictures on her Instagram with the caption, "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married." The couple started dating 2 years ago in the midst of her record-breaking Eras tour. She's since become a staple at Chiefs games watching him play. The camera really does love her at those games. So far, the post has more than 9 million likes on Instagram, and it's gonna keep going up throughout the day. Big congrats to them. Well, our stormy weather pattern will continue today. More rain that we absolutely need. The chance for heavy showers raises the threat for flash flooding, though. Here to break it all down this noon with our weather impact team is meteorologist Keely Chalmers. Keely, we are certainly in for some storms this afternoon.
Yeah, another round of storms widespread up in the high country, which is where we do have some risks, especially across the western slope for some flooding and flash flooding, and scattered in nature across the plains. Cloudy on this Tuesday as we take a live look out over Holyoke. Current temperatures right around 70 degrees in the low 70s right now around the metro area. 72 at 9 News, 72 also at DIA. We're at 73 degrees right now in Centennial. As you take a look at those temperatures, still in the 60s in some areas. Lyman 62, Greeley checking in at 69 right now. And again, temperatures starting to warm up in the high countries, mainly in the 60s. We're going to be in the 80s though for highs out across the western slope, but it's certainly a cool start to the day. A little bit of afternoon heating, and that'll kind of fire up some storms. We're already starting to see those storms track across the western slope, Grand Junction, I-70 right now, and we're going to continue to see that activity moving east across the mountains onto the plains this afternoon. 76, that's our forecast high for the Denver metro area. We do have scattered showers and storms in our forecast, rolling in right around 3 o'clock, as you can see there. And we're going to see those storms through the evening, ending right around 8. So active weather pattern, cooler than average as well. Today about 10 degrees cooler. And we're looking at some heavy rain tomorrow and Thursday as well. We'll talk more about that and your weekend forecast coming up in just a bit.
Thank you. Another pedestrian is in the hospital with serious injuries after a car hit them early this morning. The person was hit on 6th Avenue and Potomac Street in Aurora just a little bit before 5 o'clock. We were covering it all morning long. The driver stayed on scene. So far, though, we don't have any more details about how exactly the crash happened. 6th Avenue was shut down for more than 2 hours during that crash investigation. CU Boulder students are no doubt hoping for a calmer day than yesterday. It was one of a half a dozen colleges across the states to have a fake active shooter report. The hoax had students and staff sheltering in Norland Library.
In the climate we live in, when we all feel like we're at risk on campus, not a lot of students necessarily feel like they're super safe at campuses, and they're going to pull a trick like this. It was super frustrating.
CU Boulder sent out a campus-wide shelter-in-place alert just before 5 yesterday afternoon about a shooting inside the library, despite no reports of anyone injured or any suspects. Less than an hour later, campus police were investigating the incident as a potential swatting. The university confirmed that it was a hoax later last night. None of the 3 officers involved in a deadly shooting outside a middle school in Denver in June will face any charges. The officers, 2 with DPD, 1 with DPS, found that Brian Allen on the campus of Kepner Beacon Middle School on June 23rd. When Allen learned he would be arrested, police say that he ran and fired at least 8 shots at officers. They all returned fire, collectively firing 38 rounds, killing Allen. The DA announced that use of force was justified. CBI says it will take an extensive amount of time to identify the more than 20 bodies found hidden in a mortuary in Pueblo last week. It's privately owned by County Coroner Brian Cotter, a 3-term Republican. CBI says they have not actually counted the number of bodies, only that there were more than 20, but they have to ID them using dental records, fingerprints, and DNA samples. CBI set up a victim assistance line for people who believe their loved ones could be involved and say that they've already received more than 800 calls. The agency has not arrested Brian Cotter or his brother Chris, who runs Davis Mortuary with him. Officials say they've searched their homes for more evidence this morning. The Mesa County deputy accused of illegally cooperating with federal immigration agents has submitted his resignation. Colorado's Democratic Attorney General Phil Weiser sued Alexander Zwinnick for breaking a new state law when he helped ICE detain 19-year-old Caroline Diaz-Gonçalves. She's originally from Brazil and has a pending asylum case. Zwinnick pulled her over in June for driving too close to a semi-truck and let her go with a warning. Then he shared details about her in a group chat that included ICE. Shortly after, immigration agents pulled her over and detained her. The sheriff's office also found that Zwinnick did not follow his department's policy. Republican leaders in Mesa County have filed a federal lawsuit against the state of Colorado, challenging the law he's accused of breaking. They argue that it is too vague. Leaders at the state capitol are making headway in changing tax policy to bring in more revenue. That's expected to make up a third of the state's nearly $800 million budget gap caused by the Republican budget in Washington. 2 business deductions that the federal government allows but the state will not will bring in $73 million combined. Another $44 million will come from insurance companies when they lose a tax rate deduction. $100 million will be from insurance companies and corporations that prepay taxes to receive a financial benefit over the next 10 years. Lastly, $26 million will be from businesses no longer allowed to keep state sales tax dollars to offset the cost of collecting sales tax. As for the other 2/3 of the budget hole, that is expected to come from the state's reserves and cuts dictated by Governor Polis later this week.